So the next thing is to work on the neck line. So remember the 2.7. all right, so that 2.7, we're going to take it upwards because we want to get our exact. So this is the 2.7. so for us to get the exact length of our front, because the lady's body, because of the boobs, so the front panel is usually longer than the back. So we need to take the neck upwards, not equal with the back. All right, so now we're going to take it upwards, drawing a straight line. All right, so now we've moved it upwards. Okay, so the next thing to do is to get our bust point. So the bust point length, which is 9.5 from the measurement table. All right, so we use our tape to now measure it to get the exact point on our neck. All right, so now this point determines our actual neck point for the front panel. All right, so then now we'll draw a straight line. Okay, so this is a straight line, which is also the shoulder dart. All right, so the next thing to do is to get our neck round. All right, our neck round, so that we can get our front width. So for the neck round, we need the 8, which is the bust point to the neck to bust point measurement. All right, so on the table you're going to see 8. all right, so we'll mark it. Now this is the point where we can now use to draw our front panel neck round. So ensure you give it a good curve. All right, so now this is the front panel neck round. So now the next thing to do is from the neck to the front width. We want to determine the front width now. So neck to the front width is 3 on the measurement table. All right, so now with this we can now get our actual front width line. So we'll draw a straight line, ensure that the edge of the ruler is equal with the edge of the paper, so that your line will be straight. So now this is our front width line. Next is to determine the shoulder dart. So we already have one line for the shoulder dart. We want to now determine the next line. So you mark it, all right, then we'll say, okay, this is equal to this. All right, so that's how we get the second part of the shoulder dart. Then we draw a straight line. All right, so our shoulder dart is intact. So with this we can now determine, okay, this is how our dart will be for the shoulder, and we'll fold it. All right, so now that's the next thing we're going to do, to fold our shoulder dart. Ensure that the folding is also done neatly. Okay, so that's why we use this type of tailoring paper. And notice we need our points to reach the other side. So since it's not determined, okay, so we now have to draw a straight line so that we'll be able to know the point that's our neck point is to meet. So ensure your ruler is straight and you draw a straight line. Alright, so now we can now see the points that we want our neck point to reach. Alright, so we'll fold it. So now it has reached the point that we want. So notice that as we fold that, the bust the bust is now obvious. All right, so then the next thing to do is to continue our measurement to draw the shoulder slant and the front width measurement. So notice the cup that has formed. So that's the whole idea for the dart. All right, so we're going to draw a straight line. Remember, when you close a dart, the line is always broken, so you ensure that you draw a straight line using the